Welcome back to our continued course about being quarantined and one of my favorite topics, making money from home. It may be our new normal. Whether you're in medical sales, whether you're selling technology or software, selling real estate, or selling a mortgage, your normal is now new. It takes 21 days to make a habit. We're going on roughly day 15 to 20 being quarantined. So I'm assuming lots of you guys who are working from home are now feeling normal about your new work environment. Because what if the world never goes back to the way it was? Could you survive and could you thrive? What if I told you the only thing that you need to make it work in a sales business is your cell phone? That's good news because we all have one. We aren't using it. I've read a lot this week about the way that economies and markets change. And a lot of the things that are on my mind, we've been talking about forever. And very simply, when plagues, when epidemics, when market movements happen, all it does is infatuate or speed up change. I saw recently that Macy's was laying off or furloughing 100,000 people. But that in actuality, Macy's retail stores were struggling anyways. So this change on the other side will probably be better for Macy's because now they'll have at-home salespeople. Maybe not better for the salespeople who are used to selling their shoes to their customers face to face. I feel bad for those people that have a customer base of selling face to face. But the good news is, even if you work at Nordstrom's, at Macy's, and you can sell to customers and you have a Rolodex of people, you can still sell from home. You can still help them personally shop online. So if we look at this as a good thing for our businesses, we'll come out ahead. And I made the change with my staff weeks and months before. I said, we have to get better at not being married to an office or sitting in a desk. We have to be comfortable working from home. And the only way to guarantee you can stay in business and to make money in sales is to use your cell phone and use social media. Let's recap our last get together, you guys. And I'm excited about bringing the whole world into our community today because we have such a tight-knit group of salespeople that we get together every single week and we strategize together on how to make the next best move. And that's what today is, but it's for all of us here that's listening along. If you aren't following us on this webinar where I can see your face so you can see me and you're listening, you'll get just as much value because the content is real. And so in our first conversation, since this bomb dropped about this new way of living, we'll just call it, we talked about having to work from home and how to make money while quarantined. And go back and watch that content if you haven't seen it already, but it was a broad stroke of having a database and how my team in the first 2 weeks of being quarantined from home generated 93 million in new customers. And it was time to make a switch. And I hope last week it was an unlock for you guys. And I showed you guys how to make this switch of being digital and being mobile and moving yourself to the next set of plans. And I said it's time to switch to a social media based cell phone model. And I talked about Kylie Jenner as the model, as the example, because Kylie Jenner sells online, 167 million followers. You all know who Kylie Jenner is. The Forbes announced her as the first 21-year-old self-made billionaire. She could work at home the rest of her life. So when we talked about making money being quarantined, it was about assembling a database and pushing out content. And having the mindset of I can do this wherever I am in the world because the cell phone is my office. You've got to stay hungry, be disciplined, be consistent, stay connected, and stay strong. And one quote we love is everyone's got a plan until they get punched in the mouth, per the Iron Mike Tyson. So as we go from our first get together about this new normal, about assembling a database and pushing out content, now we get to dive a little bit deeper into how it actually works. So now we're talking about how to make money using social media. And what is social media? Let's talk about that again. It is not Facebook, it is not Instagram, it is not YouTube, it is not TikTok. Social media is what I'm doing right now, using media to make a social conversation with you guys. Talking on the phones with social media. Let's rewind the clock way back when. there wasn't a cell phone. It was telegrams. That's how you had to communicate. The world's always evolving. This virus is forcing us to evolve. For better or worse, you're gonna evolve. Evolve for the worse and fall out of touch, or take this as an unlock and get better and become digital. So from the telegram to the landline to the big old school Zach Morris cell phone to iPhone version 500 from now, the cell phone is the way of life. So the three things that you need to be successful and sell from home, because I've got news for you. There is no such thing as a field salesperson anymore. That job is dead. And the reason why it's dead is you can't guarantee that there's going to be a field to sell in anymore. You don't know how it's going to go down. You can't guarantee me that there never will be another epidemic or pandemic ever again. You can't guarantee me that there will never be a lockdown again. I'd rather have your businesses be prepared for a lockdown in case than to be foolish and think this will never ever happen again. So today, and what we're going over in macro, is being prepared for a shutdown so that you can work from home and you can have a balanced life. And I think a better life. You can be around your kids and be around your spouse and be around your friends and your family from home and still work and have a more balanced reality. So the three things that you need are your phone, a CRM, and social media. Write those things down again. The three things that you need to make money from home while quarantined and with this new digital macro marketplace is your phone, which everybody has. My kids have one and they're super young. A CRM, which is a place to hold your contacts, and social media, which is your place to distribute a message. So backing up to what I said a minute ago, what is social media? It is your way to get your message across to people that you can't see face to face or sit in an office with. So if there's a chance that your business from now on is no longer belly to belly, face to face, then you need social media. And today we're gonna walk through and talk about how to turn your contacts from your phone, which we all have, and getting those contacts into social media so you can talk to them. So for those following along, we've got this presentation. For those listening along, I'll describe it for you so you don't fall behind. So the question is, with social media, and if you look at your contacts, the average person has 611 contacts. That is 611 in your phone. Those are people you need to be selling to. They know, like, and trust you the most. So social media isn't for people that you don't know to go brag and impress about the car you have or the clothes or how cute your kids are. Social media is for people to follow people that they like, know, and trust. And it's a way for you to move your sales into the community because everyone that knows you, likes you, and trusts you is a customer of yours. So let's talk about it. So you want to go into your phone, like I have right here, and if you don't have Facebook, get on Facebook. Like today, that should be the first thing that you do. So I'm going to assume that everyone listening along either has Facebook or understands how to sign up for Facebook. It's a free app. So go to Facebook on your phone, go to your settings, and the settings, to find the settings on Facebook, there are three tabs called the menu bar. We see those on almost every website, or if you want more information on that company, there are these three lines. So find the three lines, and that is your menu tab on Facebook. So as you go to your menu tab on Facebook, go to your three lines, and you will find settings. Just like any other setting in your phone, it's a setting in Facebook. So again, I'm going to show you, I'm going to slow it down. I'm going to show you through this conversation together, you guys, how to move all of your contacts out of your phone into Facebook, because it's all about building the biggest digital audience of buyers that you possibly can. Let's keep going. So go into your settings in Facebook, and then you want to click on Upload Contacts. Here's the thing. The world is synced together. Anytime you go on a website, it says, do you want to install cookies? We all know what retargeting is. If you don't, let me explain it to you. When you're on a website and you leave to go somewhere else and you get a pop-up about an ad or an offer or a buy, that's because everything is synced today. So the ability of technology to take your contacts and move them into social media is easy. If you aren't selling to people you know, you're missing an opportunity. So I'm gonna go through a lot more detail as we go forward. So continue following everything that I'm showing you because we are doing the things I'm asking you to do. So I'm going to go over bare basics as we go forward through the rest of our content, our webinars and our podcasts. I'm gonna take you guys to a whole new level and show you how to crush it while working from home. Maybe you like to be home, maybe you don't, but you need to understand how to work from home. So let's keep going. Go into your Facebook, go into settings, then go into upload contacts. Super simple, upload contacts on your cell phone. Then there's a big blue button in Facebook and it is get started. So click on that big blue button, get started. Now it's syncing to your phone and Facebook will actually do all the work for you. It's like your assistant. It's gonna now add all the contacts from your phone into Facebook. So if you're the average person, and many of you are social butterflies because you're social people and you're salespeople, and maybe your high school friends are in there, maybe people you sell to are in there, maybe past customers who you never even talked to, you sold one thing to. Think about this. Maybe you gave someone a pitch. Maybe 1 out of every 10 people you pitch go forward. The other 9 are probably in your phone, right? So maybe people were people that were buying and then went somewhere else. How do you talk to them? How do you reach out to those people? They're all still in your phone. It's backed up to the cloud. So once you've done this, up will pop a whole list of add friends. Maybe there's 100, maybe you're lucky and there's 1,000. Go through one by one and click add friend. It may take you an hour, but after an hour, you have now a robust, and the cool thing is the way Facebook works, it's gonna friend request everybody. Hey, Alan wants to be your friend. Hey, Brandon wants to be your friend. Hey, Shannon wants to be your friend. Friends are nice. Friends are people that know, like, and trust you. So we're starting out with the easiest way to get your friends into social media. And before I can go and teach you how to create content and market and do all these fancy pants things that we do every single day for my database, I first have to help you build a database. Here's the good news, this doesn't cost you any money. You're not buying leads online from Facebook of people that don't know you. There's so many more things I can show you guys about building out a macro audience, building custom audiences, and growing your database up to 10,000. If you hang with me, if you hang in there for what I'm prepared to show you, my goal is to get everybody that's listening along to grow their network to 10,000 people. Then you've got a captive audience. It's the Kylie Jenner model of growing a big audience and then market and sell to them by pushing out content to them. So I hope that that initial get over the hump of how to get your contacts into Facebook is pretty easy. Remember, just go in settings and just upload your contacts and then simply friend request them. And now that you're home, you have time to do this. Let's not be overwhelmed by this activity. It may take you an hour or two. While you're at home watching Netflix, eating popcorn, do this activity. It's super simple, you guys. It's a must. It's not a can you, it's you have to, because the field sales job, as you knew it, was dead. Because going out there face to face and counting and depending on referrals from other businesses is a dinosaur. I can't guarantee that my referral partners are going to even be alive in the next 6 months. How do you know? How do you know that the people that you get business from are going to be living and breathing in the next 6 months? As sad as it seems, that's true. That could happen. So as people can't guarantee life or death, you can't put all your eggs in someone else's basket. You have to be captaining your own ship. And that's why your own audience is critical to your survival. So I hope that my point is clear. We have to adapt, and I hope this is a major unlock today. So now that we've started to build a database, the question that you're now going to have is, okay, now that I've got them in Facebook, what do I do next? What do I say to them? What do I say that's going to make them work with me? I'm afraid. So it comes down to content. It's like, why am I afraid? Let's talk about that first of all, how to get over your fears and how to create content. So I'm going to wrap this bow with this presentation by helping you guys get over your fears. Because if I can, you can too. I wasn't born with a genius IQ, some linguist. I had to practice really hard to even be speaking to you guys right now. They say public speaking is one of the biggest fears ever. No different for me and you. I had to just challenge myself because if I wanted to get to where I wanted to get to in my life, and I'm still nowhere near, I had to conquer my fears. Let's talk about why you're afraid to shoot content. The 3 most common fears, and I've got the unfair advantage because I get to coach a lot of you on this call. Help you business coach you, sales coach you, real estate coach you, or life coach you. And I have a lot of fun doing it. So I get a pretty good temperature on what you're all going through. And a lot of you guys are afraid to shoot content. Let's be honest, when I say go shoot content, you guys all cringe up and say, I don't want to do it. Well, when it comes to cashing a check, you rush to the bank and put the bank check in the bank account because you want that money in your account. So it starts here. So why are you afraid? It's either you think you don't look very good and you're insecure about your physical appearance. It's maybe you don't think you sound smart, or maybe you're afraid of being judged. Well, those are all normal fears, but I've got good news. Most people share the same exact fear. They share the same exact fear. They fear they don't look good enough. Well, look, my license says I'm 5'10", but I'm probably a little bit less than that, right? I don't have the beautiful hair cut, my flocking locks. You know, I am not some supermodel. We all have our faults. No one's perfect. That's the good thing, is people want to buy from people that are actually pretty normal looking. We're all normal looking because we all look like each other. So be afraid of people who aren't putting out content. Because if I can't see you, I can't trust you. You have to be comfortable practicing how you look, because when you meet someone face to face, you don't look different than you look on camera. So don't be afraid of how you look. We all share that same fear. So it's a common fear. Don't be afraid of not sounding smart enough either. If you are courageous enough to put your content out in social media, and if you want to help someone, you're going to sound smart. That's always my rule. If what I'm saying is intended to help you, it's going to sound smart because I'm trying to solve a problem that you have. So I haven't been doing social media for 30 years. It's been about 2 to 3 years for me. But because I know you guys need to hear this, I may sound smart. Doesn't mean I am smart. I'm just trying to solve your problem. So if you have the answers to what someone is going through, don't be afraid of sounding smart. And lastly, being afraid of being judged. The reason why my first assignment for you guys is moving your personal friends and family into Facebook is there should be no fear. If the majority of people you're talking to are people that know you, they're not going to judge you. They already like you. So just think of people that are judging you as insecure people that are going through something that probably just need more of your help. And have empathy and compassion for those that are struggling, because you know what? We're all going through something right now. Those that are adapting are going to come out making way more money, and those that can't won't. And so those that are afraid to be out there are just unfortunately going to probably make less money. Not that it's all about money, but it's about the message behind the money. So get over your fears, number 1. Number 2, creating content. Let's say you're over your fears, but you don't know what to say. That's common. Maybe you aren't someone that's good at making up presentations, because that's not something you take in school, is how to be a great PowerPoint presentator. Usually you learn math and English and science and your major. So we're talking today about practicing. The solution to being good at putting out content is to practice at it, like anything else. If you want to lose weight, work out a bunch. If you want to be smarter, read more books and study. You'll be whatever you work on. So it's no secret, you have to practice at social media and practice at putting out content. So the first thing you can do when it comes to practice is practice by yourself, because you are probably going to judge yourself harder than anybody else. And if you can think you look good, feel good, sound good, talk good, then someone else will probably feel the exact same way. Second is practice with your loved ones. So let me show you an example how there is no excuse. I've got my phone right here. And so what we want to do, and for those who are listening along, I've got my phone and I've got my computer screen here. And so I've got a pop socket on the back of my phone. We all have these little pop sockets that we can use to hold our phones. The first 10 people that email us, info@ba365.live, that need a pop socket, we'll ship it to you. So email us, I need a pop socket with your address, and we'll ship it to you. So you want to take your phone with your pop socket and simply, if you're watching me, hang the dang thing on the back of your stinking computer screen. Boom, tripod. Just like that, took me 2 seconds, and I just saved 15 bucks because it's a recession, right? So I saved 15 bucks by putting a pop socket on the back of my computer screen, and now I have a studio. So there's no excuse for you saying, I don't have a video team, I don't have a studio. No, you can go buy a tripod at Amazon for $15 to $20, or you can get a pop socket from Alibaba for $1 or $2 or $3. And they're probably free at stores because everyone's closing. And put the dang thing on the back of your computer screen, and you hang it and you record yourself. So I'm gonna say, hey y'all, it's Ben, I'm shooting some content. I'm teaching everyone how to get better on social media. I've got my pop socket on my phone. This is my new studio. It's my new normal. I can have my office, my studio from anywhere in the world. Let's go crush it. And just like that, I made a 15-second video with my phone and my hands on the back of my teleprompter and my screen there. So practice by yourself. Practice with your family, loved ones, and just practice. Next, rehearse what you're gonna say. Make a schedule of content you want to talk about. Here's some insider trading for you guys. Big View Teleprompter is an app that you can use, and you can download it, and you can basically script out what you want to say and go to the app, and you can, like a teleprompter, it will read through your words. So you don't have to memorize things. So no excuses. So practice, rehearse, use an app if you want to, use simple things around your house, make it easy to shoot content. So that's the solution to getting over some of your fears. Now let's talk about what do you need to say. First it was getting over your fears, solutions to mechanically executing on producing content, and now it's about what should I say? What should I say to all the 611 people that are now in my phone? I know to get over my fears. I know to take my cell phone and put it on the back of a simple device to record myself, but what do I say? There's 3 things that I can give you guys that will help you start to create your own content. I'll give you mine and I'll give you my content, that's no problem, but I would be helping you more if I taught you how to go create your own content. And the way you can do that, there are 3 things that I do. I talk about current events, current experiences, or current offers. It's all current. No one wants to hear about your high school days or nostalgic about your last vacation. That's not relative. Why am I gonna watch what you did 4 years ago? What are you doing today that I could watch that's gonna either educate me or entertain me? Otherwise, you're just like someone else posting content about how great your life is, and that your life being so great adds no value to me. All the money you make adds no value to me. I'm not gonna pay attention to watch you floss and stunt and be all fancy. I'm gonna watch you if you can either educate me so I can be better at my life, or you're gonna help entertain me so I can have some fun and stop in the process. So current events, current experiences, and current offers. Current events. What's in the news today and how does that impact you? We spend all day long watching CNN, Fox News, all these things. On our phones, it buzzes every 5 minutes with some feed that goes off. So what's in the current event and how do you feel about it? Share your thoughts about how this new life affects your current business, and just share current events. And what I would suggest that you do is write down for the week on Sunday or on Monday or on Friday 5 things that are current in the market. Don't go to 10 things or 20 things, because a week from now it won't be current again. You can do it daily, but I like to do it a little bit ahead of time. I like to write out current events and how it affects my business, and write 4 or 5 talking points on current events and how it affects my business. And you can write these things out ahead of time. Next is current experiences. What I went through this week and how I thought about it. What my customers went through and how they were navigating the current market. any current wins that I had. People like to hear good stories. I heard recently in the news that there was a guy going door to door. He was delivering papers and offered to his subscribers that were older, hey, I can go to the grocery store and run your errands for you. That's good news. That's good positive things. That's a win. So share current wins, but also don't be afraid to share current losses and also share current lessons. So share experiences that are current to you, what you learned, what you're going through, current wins, current losses, current lessons. If you just simply shared a weekly win, a weekly loss, and a weekly lesson with people that know you, you're creating a captive audience. Social media is not for selling. Social media is for engaging. And where people get it wrong is they try and sell through social. I'll show you how to sell in a minute. And I'm going to help you guys with your macro sales as we go forward, because I love selling, because it's easy. If you have something right now that's working and I can make it work better, I'm not selling you, I'm helping you, and I will have thousands and thousands. I do have thousands and thousands of customers, because all I have to do is look at what you have and say, all right, if I can make it 2% better, do you want it? If it's easy to get it, sure. But you have to get there first. So creating experiences and then current offers. Right now, I can help you if this. Right now, we're offering a special this way. And now you're not selling, you're just talking about your business. If someone needs to buy, they can contact you to buy if they're in that need. So using video is powerful. And some people say, well, if you don't like video, just do written content. That's fine, but I'm setting you up only to land on second base. And that's all you want out of your life is to create blogs and written content. That's okay. But if you're in sales, you have to create video content. How else can people see you if your new normal is potentially selling at home? If I told you to just blog and write content and do things through email, then I'd be selling you short. You have the ability to sell on video. If I do, so should you. Let's keep going, you guys. So once you've built this platform, the answer becomes in the follow-up. So once you built your platform and you have your contacts in social media, it's the follow-up. It's how the hell, what's the next, and who else. You call your people and you ask them, how the hell are you? What's next for your life plans? Who else can I help? And you take notes. So the follow-up is always how you close. You don't close through social, you close through calling your clients who are following you on social. So let's finish this out in style, guys, and it's all about the forever. My motto is you never lose a client. Clients are clients for life, and the score will take care of itself. If you focus on building the biggest database and biggest network, you'll continue to crush it. We're gonna go forward. I'm gonna show you in our next get-together how to take all your contacts out of your CRM and put them into social, because my goal is to make you the best salesperson you can be. Let's go crush it.